Howdy, y'all. I am Seth, a former radio DJ in the rock and roll world, and I'm coming to you now on YouTube at Reactions That Rock. Yes, I'm reacting to music I would never normally listen to. I'm talking about top 40, rap, hip-hop, adult contemporary, country, maybe Latin music. Bad Bunny's somewhere in my list. We'll see. But today I'm actually going to be covering a country duet from Bryan featuring Kacey Musgraves. It's a song called I Remember Everything. But before we get into that, I have two housekeeping issues that I need to take care of right now for you. Number one, I want to thank our sponsor, Moterra Camper Vans. The van life is the biggest craze right now in the world for young people, old people, old people, middle people, everybody. It's like getting a van and running away from your responsibilities is the way to do life now. But if you're not quite ready to make that $80,000 van commitment, you should try renting a camper van. Check out Moterra Vans. You can see them in the link below. They have hubs all across America where you can rent a van and either go on your own way and discover the world, or they can even give you an itinerary of places to see to make a nice big loop from their hub, and you can do maybe a week vacation in a van without having to actually plan any of it yourself. So if you want to test a van before you jump into the van life, Moterra Camper Vans is the way to go. Again, there's a link below. You've got to check them out. It's epic. Second housekeeping item. My very last video, which was also my very first video, I jumped on a landmine. I went in and I reacted and reviewed Taylor Swift. You can check that out right up there if you want to see it. The feedback was a whole lot of this, because here's the deal. I thought the song was a little bit flat. It kind of didn't really have any highs or lows. Guaranteed it's probably not her best song, and that's okay. But here's what I need to tell you. Music is universal, and music is emotion. So I'm going to like some songs, I'm not going to like some songs. Guess what? You like some songs, and you don't like some songs. If I were to throw on 10 of my favorite songs right now, there's a strong chance you might not like any of them. And guess what? That is okay. Music is an emotional experience for people. You have reminded me of that in the comments of the Taylor Swift video right there. And I get it, okay? I really do. So sometimes we're going to like things and sometimes we aren't. But music touches that emotion, okay? It makes the world go round. It reminds you of a time in your life. Music gets you through things. Music helps you see it. That's why when you get married, you pick out a wedding song. That's why you have songs played at your graduations and your funerals and your birthdays and everything else. Music is important to all of us. So just because I might not like a song doesn't mean I'm a jerk or a bad person. It just means I have different tastes. I have different experiences than you do. And guess what? That's okay. Here's what I love. I love the passion and the enthusiasm for music. A good song is a good song, even if I don't think so. It could be your good song, and that's okay. So enjoy it. Have some fun. If you love something, give me a thumbs up. If you hate something, give me a thumbs down. If you love the song but hate the way I came at it, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs sideways, thumb me in the eyeballs. I don't really care. I just love the reactions and the responses, and I will do my best to not be snarky when you send something at me. You've hit me with some of your best shots, and I love it. I can appreciate it. So, thank you. Now that is done and all out of the way, and you see I'm coming from a place of loving music, even if it's not your music, let's jump into today's video. Today's video is a song. I guess it's going to be a song. I did a little research to make sure I had a lyrical video, and I'm pretty sure it's not the official music video, but I don't watch any of this stuff ahead of time. But today's song is Bryan, I Remember Everything, featuring Kacey Musgraves. Very melodic, I like that. Is he gonna sound like Johnny Cash? I kind of get that vibe.
Rod girl, whiskey's gonna ease my mind. Beach towel dress on the drying line. Do I remind you of your daddy in his '88 Ford? Well, Labrador hanging out the passenger door. The sand from your...
I'm sorry, I'm going to just stop that real quick. We all know the familiar country tropes that you hear about everywhere. Anytime anybody makes fun of country music, they're like, oh, a pickup truck and my dog. And we're literally 4 lines in, and we've already hit the 88 Ford pickup truck and the Labrador hanging out of it. So we are so far 2 for 2 with our country tropes. But I really like it. I don't know where he's going with it.
Your hair is blowing in my eyes. Blame it on the beach, grown men don't cry. Do you remember that beat down basement couch? I'd sing you my love songs and you'd tell me about how your mama ran off and pawned her ring. I remember everything.
Okay, I was spot on in thinking he was going to sound kind of like a Johnny Cash. It has that... It's a storytelling song. So far, I kind of dig it. Again, we're hitting all the country tropes. Mama ran off, went to the pawn shop. So there is... You know... I'm trying to not knock the country themes, but they do kind of run through a lot of the music. I'm sure we're going to hear about a liquor or a beer in here. Maybe it'll be a name brand, or maybe it'll just be a generic, I had a whiskey. I'm sure that's coming up. If I'm wrong, I will probably just never admit it. Anyway, fire it back up. It's a story of young love so far. But the fact that he's remembering about it instead of kind of living in the moment tells me it may not end so good. We'll see.
A cold shoulder at closing time, you were begging me to stay till the sun rose. Strange words come on out of a grown man's mouth when his mind's broke. Pictures in passing time, you only smile like that when you're drinking. I wish I didn't, but I do remember every moment on the nights with you.
You're drinking everything to ease your mind, but when the hell are you gonna ease mine?
All right, it's already taken a turn. The story. I'm digging the song, and I'm assuming that's Kacey Musgraves that just came in. And it sounds like she can sing too, which is definitely a plus. Both have strong enough voice to carry the song, but a soft enough voice to make you actually feel what they're saying. And I like that. She's already talking about how he's drinking a little bit more, but if you listen to his past when he came up and his mom ran away, it sounds like he didn't exactly have an easy life, so he's going to be doing that drinking. Again, we're kind of deep into a standard country trope, a standard format of country music. But I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I actually don't mind it. And it's not so gratuitous. It's not like he's name dropping, hit a beer that paid $100,000 to have their name mentioned in the song or anything like that. It's still vague enough. And so far I'm digging it. It's a story, and we're jumping back in.
You're like concrete feet in the summer heat. It burns like hell when two souls meet.
Play on words.
No, you'll never be the man that you always swore. But I remember you singing in that 88 Ford. A cold shoulder, closing time. You were begging me to stay till the sun rose. Strange words come on out of a grown man's mouth when his mind's broke. Pictures in passing time, you only smile like that when you're drinking. I wish I didn't, but I do remember every moment on the nights with you.
Cold shoulder, closing time, you were begging me to stay till the sun rose. Strange words come on out of a grown man's mouth when his mind's broke. Pictures in passing time, you only smile like that when you're drinking. I wish I didn't, but I do remember every moment on the nights with you. good whiskey's gonna ease my mind. Beach towel dress on the drying line. Do I remind you of your daddy in my 88 Ford? Labrador hanging out the passenger door.
All right. We got whiskey, we got 88 Fords, and we got Labradors. Country tropes that you find just about everywhere. We have basement couches that you normally don't find in country music, so we're breaking some new barriers here. All things considered, I really dig this song. It's a storytelling song. I am a fan of stories. I like songs that come at me with a beginning, a middle, and an end, even if the end is the exact same verse as the beginning. It's a song that goes full circle. I dig it. Both Zach Bryan and Kacey Musgraves can obviously sing. They're not just, hired vocalists. And I know some people are going to say you don't get record contracts if you can't sing. And I'm going to tell you right now that that is 100% incorrect. There are a lot of people with record contracts that cannot sing, especially in the world I come from, rock and roll. If you need any proof of that, I would Google Vince Neil lyrics, and you'll know what I'm talking about, and enjoy that, or don't. But anyway, back to this song. I gotta stay focused, gotta stay on point. I dig it. It's a good song. It's the kind of song I want to hear when I'm alone, if you know what I mean. It's got a story, and obviously the relationship didn't end good, and the singer is trying to not grow up and be a bad man, and it looks like he's kind of walking the line because he's doing a lot of drinking, and obviously the relationship didn't end well, and neither one of them really wants to remember anything about the other one. So I dig it. It's very, very well done. It's a song that kind of, it moves forward. I like it. The singing had range. The singing had stories. They avoided what I think is one of the most common traps that duet artists do, and that is if you remember like middle school or elementary school when you'd sing Row, Row, Row Your Boat, which I guess would have been elementary school, unless you went to school in I'm not going to knock a state. You know the dumb states. If you went to school there, you might have done it in high school, but I'm not going to name one. You can do that in the comments below and get other people mad. I'm not going to do it. Anyway, if you remember the old singing in the round where one person starts and the next person comes in, so you're kind of singing over each other, and it's complimentary, but you're not singing the same thing. So many country duets do that. Seriously, if you need an example, think Hardy and Lainey Wilson, Wait in the Truck. The end of that song, I think there's 3 people singing. I think either Hardy shows up twice or there's a third person that comes in. But they're almost singing over each other, and it's powerful, but it's muddled. It really kind of just takes your attention off of one singer to listen to the other, and I love that they avoided doing that here. It's done a lot, and it's unnecessary as far as I'm concerned. This was rather straightforward. It was a man singing, it was a woman singing, and then it was a man and a woman singing. The end. And it worked fantastic for them. So overall, I like it. I really, really do. If you like it or you've liked this reaction, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you hated this reaction but thought I was at least thorough and honest, you can give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I'll be the only guy on all of YouTube that will tell you if you want to thumb me down, have fun with it. Definitely comment. Tell me if you liked it, if you hated it, if you like the song, if you like my reaction to it, if I'm an idiot and I'm just 100% wrong on everything I say, whatever. This is your soapbox as much as it is mine. Go ahead and let me know what you think. If you've enjoyed this and you want to hear more reactions from a guy from the rock and roll world who is listening to stuff that I've never heard before, you can hit that subscribe button too. It wouldn't exactly break my heart. And until we see each other again, rock and roll.